Lakers should have kept Bynum because, like you said, he is more of a long-term plan than Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol, I think he has 2 more years in him. I think that he's going to get injured or he's going to be really off his prime performances that he had in Memphis in his best years. And I think that it's he has 2 more years in my opinion. Bynum, he's a young guy, and I don't know why the Lakers traded possibly their future big man if they kept him. And but the thing is, he's still injured and he's still not playing for Philadelphia yet. So that might have been a good thing for the Lakers that he gets injured a lot. That's the concern I have. But it happened, and we can't really do anything about it anymore. One more question. Nick, before we wrap it up for this part of the show. How do you think Mike D'Antoni is going to do as the Lakers head coach? Not just this season, but moving forward in the seasons to come.
Well, of course, I understand the approach that the management made to having D'Antoni as a long-term deal. And real quickly, going to the Bynum situation, he was more of a long-term deal as well. So it's a head-scratcher where they go for a guy that's only set for 2 or 3 more years than Gasol, and we've already seen his best years in LA and for his overall career. So to go with a older guy that is past his prime and then have a head coach that has years in front of him, a head-scratching situation. But overall, for this season, I believe that the Lakers will do well, though perhaps the most beneficial of an 82-game season right now. They're towards the bottom of their division, but have so much games left to be played. It's still very early in the year. But for the Los Angeles Lakers, being led by D'Antoni, I believe they might not do as well as LA expects of them, certainly being a hometown Laker fan here. I don't have very high expectations like I had with Phil Jackson because I don't have the kind of trust in a guy that won't be able to make the playoffs. And right now, I don't see this team yet in sync, and that might not be entirely the coach's fault. It seems to be a team that's just thrown with talent and has yet to gel yet. As we were also 0-8 in the preseason as well. The problem with the Lakers is too much talent, not enough time to gel. I believe we're a playoff team, but perhaps the first round exit is all I can expect for a team that's scrambled around for head coaches, 3 in the last 2 years.
Thank you, Nick, for being on the show. And next game for the Lakers is going to be on Friday, 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 Eastern time, as they take on the Suns at the Staples Center. And Bryant leading the way for the Lakers, averaging 26 points per game. Thank you, Nick, for being on the show again. Any final words before you leave here tonight on NBA Weekly?
I think that wraps it up here, and hopefully tomorrow night, me, you, Steven, and Robert Dierders as well can have a show strictly about the NFL. I'm sure we'll go more into details on that on your show. Thanks for having me, though. I certainly appreciate it.
Thank you, Nick, for being on the show, and thank you for bringing that up. I'll talk to you guys about the show that me, Nick Rice, and Robert Dieters, president of National Sports, are planning to do tomorrow. More of a three-way type of debate thing, type of show about the NFL, and we'll talk about that as the show gets closer to an end. Nick, thank you for being on the show, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that was Nick Rice. Tune into the shows on Mondays. Mondays at around 8 o'clock Western time. Oh, pardon me. It's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock West Coast time. 10 o'clock East Coast time. He does do very good NFL shows. He really goes in depth on the week, on the Sunday that happened in the NFL. Plus, they give you live updates of the Monday night games. Going in progress. And this week's Niners and Bears, that's going to be a really highly anticipated game for Nick and Phil to really look at and go in depth on. And I'm getting too close. I'm getting, too far into NFL. This is an NBA show. We got some updates and some games. We got the Hawks and the Warriors at Oracle Arena. It's 71-60 as the third quarter is about to wrap up. Over there, the Warriors scoring 32 points in the second quarter is led by David Lee with 16 points, Harrison Barnes with 12 rebounds, and Stephen Curry with 6 assists leading the way for the Warriors. And for the Hawks, Kyle Korver leads the way with 14 points, Joe Smith with 7 rebounds, and Jeff Teague, the former Wake Forest superstar guard, with 4 assists. And in Los Angeles, at the Staples Center, it's the Heat and the Clippers over there, and it's 69-67. The Clippers have a 1-point lead now. It's on 69-68 as we're around the 5-minute point in the third quarter. When we come back, I'll bring on Chris Sylvester. He'll talk more about the Heat Clippers game. He'll also talk about he'll have his reactions about a couple other games that happened in the NBA today: the Pacers and the Bucks, and the Grizzlies and the Thunder in Oklahoma City. When we come back to the NBA Weekly here on Spreaker.com, affiliation with the National Sports Radio Station. I'll see you in 30 seconds. Welcome back, guys, to the NBA Weekly here on Spreaker.com. It's November 14th, but for people in the East Coast, it's November 15th. And right now, I'm going to give a call to our second guest of the show from Chris's Corner. You may know him from other shows I've hosted. I've brought him onto the show, especially the last edition of NBA Weekly. We had him, and we were talking about what was going on with rookies around the association. And let's give you some music tied with Lasso as I'm going to get Chris Sylvester online. Just wait 1 second, guys. Thank you for your patience.
Hip-hop vaquero, you want my styles like hierro, dancing on my words on the edge of sombrero. The gringos, flows, yes.